Because at one time, I really couldn't even fathom that. He said, Michael, there's things out there you can't even imagine. You're going to go places around the world. And you're talking about me, the small kid from the farm? Man, I couldn't think that big. I couldn't get my head that wide open. But it didn't take me long, listening to him day in and day out, over and over, week after week, month after month, yet year after year, till I started to believe that was possible even for me. And once upon a time, in about 1992, I wrote down on a piece of paper, play Pebble Beach. Any golfers in here? Yeah, let me tell you, you got to go. If you've never been, you got to go. It took me 20 years to get there, but I checked that one off the list. I went back to the old list, and I looked at, there it was. Play Pebble Beach. Check. It's powerful. When you can write down what's important to you, it might not be important to anybody else. That doesn't matter. It's important to you. Mr. Rome said, set goals for your life first. See, when I first started really learning about goals, it was a number someone was setting for me. They said, here's your goal. Okay. It's not like I had bought into it, right? But then when I learned how to set goals for me in my life first, what was important to me, what was my first principle, my foundation, what did I believe in? All of a sudden, everything changed. Guys, I was provoked, and that's a good thing. That's why I'm here today, to provoke you. And here's what that means if you look it up in the dictionary. To prompt or challenge toward action, to cause deep feelings, or to stir things up, to arouse or incite or kindle or galvanize. For you to come together with someone or something and change everything from this day forward. That is the season that we're in, and this is your time. If I didn't believe that, I would not have come here today. My first encounter with a millionaire mindset that I recognized probably was with Mr. Rome, maybe even was with Zig, but I was sitting in a room very similar to this. I had made it all the way to the National Speakers Association. I was a member. I was a speaker. Check that one off the list. I won't even tell you how hard it was to get there. But I was sitting in a room like this, and it was big, and somebody was saying something important, and I don't even remember what it was. But when it was over, I stood up and I turned around, and sitting right behind me was Jack Canfield, the author of Chicken Soup for the Soul. Currently, it's sold over 100 million books, and it continues to go like a rocket. And there I was, face to face with Jack Canfield, and I said, Mr. Canfield, so nice to meet you. I was at the time in the process of writing my second book, The 10 Commitments. And Jack was so gracious that day. I remember in the back of my mind what Mr. Rome said.